Hey guys, welcome to this 6-week health challenge. Starts on Monday. Sorry I uploaded all the things. A lot of it's repeat stuff. But I'm gonna go over where to find stuff easiest on the Facebook page, as well as basically what everything says, but in words, so that it's a little bit easier to understand and not fall asleep reading. So first off, why are we doing this? So for team building, obviously we all are working towards kind of common goals, but also to kind of boost everybody's immune system and, mental health as well. Whenever you're healthy and you're moving, you get those endorphins going and it makes you happier and just makes the whole work environment better. So that boosting your immune system, COVID-19 is a problem. Obviously, we're going to be paying close attention to kind of what we're putting in our bodies. You may lose weight if that's a goal of yours, and if you're changing up your diet pretty dramatically, you're going to probably lose some weight. And then you'll, get and stay cardiovascularly healthy, which is very, very important, when you've got a viral issue attacking your lungs. So the next reason why we're doing this is to win things. Basically, we're going to be doing one prize each week. Each prize each week is a better gift. So as far as, what it amounts to, you'll get more as the weeks go on. So each week, we'll look back at the points for the week prior. In other words, say we just finished up week 1. Week 1's winners only look at week 1. Week 2's winners only look at week 2. So if you don't get started doing this during week 1, or you totally screw up one of the weeks, you can get back on and still win something, which is pretty awesome. I would say so myself, just saying. And then if you're like a super competitor, you'll get the chance to win some extra points towards the end goal. Those points will be 2 points for the winners of the baseline workout. So I'll go over baseline in a little bit when we go over the activity points, but basically you can potentially, if you're a super competitor like me and you just want to see how good you are compared to everybody else, you can get some points that way. At the end, we will look at our most improved baseline workout times. So in other words, we're going to be doing this baseline workout several times throughout the 6-week period. And this baseline workout, you're going to go fast through it from week 1 all the way to week 6. And you're going to be comparing your times. So the first place most improved baseline time will get an extra 10 points added to their overall score. Second place will get an extra 5 points. Third place will get an extra 2 points added to their overall score. And then there are 2 main prize winners. There's the 6-week challenge prize winner, which is based on the point system. You'll be getting points for sleep, nutrition, activity every single day. And then there's the transformation challenge winner, which is more objective as far as whether people are telling the truth or not, basically. So you will do some measurements of yourselves, your upper arms, your upper legs, your waist, your hips, bust, and you'll take some before and after pictures. The before pictures, you want to have this sad face, like, drab, blah, with a very bland background, little shadowing, in form-fitting clothes or a bathing suit if you're comfortable with that. You want to take the pictures, you want to get your measurements, you want to put it into an envelope and close it. We're not going to open it until week 6. You'll also include your weight in there. All of that is listed out on the document for nutrition. And the measurements, the winner of the transformation challenge is going to be based 90% on objective measurements, which is a change in the measurements of your weight and physical measurements of around your body parts. And then 10% on the before after pictures. Since that's so subjective, I figured that it's a good way to look at it. And then we've got self-tracker and descriptions of each part of the challenge. So basically, I posted out a bunch of stuff. Then I realized I should probably just make this a document so that it's easier to get to. And so when I like posted it as a file, I posted it again, and then it just looked like a barrage of posts. But basically there's been some repeats in some of the posting that I posted. The easiest way to find where all the documents are is to go to the page, like the main page, and click on files. And then when you go to files, you'll find the self tracker in there. That is the tool that I made that has week 1, guys, come on, has week 1 to week 6. And then every single day it has 3 different boxes. One box is for you to put your points for sleep. One box is for you to put your points for nutrition. And the last box is for you to put your points for your workouts or your movement, your activity. And I'll come back to that in a second. But basically, I'm going to be keeping track of that. But if you want to keep track of it yourself, you can too. If you do it on Excel, on a computer, it will count out everything for you, and you don't have to worry about calculating everything at the end. But you can also print it out. I have structured it so that if you put it in the landscape mode and then click fill entire page, it will print out entirely on that page. And then, so on the tracker, I'm going to pull that up real fast. I can't turn it around for some reason. Okay. On the tracker, I have made, like I said, this week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6. Also under there, I wrote the food with a big blank next to it. That's for you to write in the food challenge for the week. It's cumulative, and we'll go over that in a second, but this is so that you can remind yourself each week what the different challenge is. You can put your name up there. You can put your baseline time here because we'll be doing it 4 times. And then this is for your transformation challenge. This is if you guys decide to submit your weight, your measurements for your upper arms, your upper legs, bust, waist, hips at the beginning and then at the end. And then this is just a little outline of the point system and how you can get points towards the 6-week challenge, but also towards the transformation challenge, if that makes sense. So, sorry guys, I wrote notes on what to talk about. All right, so the next thing. The first part of the 6-week challenge is sleep. That was the easiest one. That's why I started with it on the posts and otherwise. Look back at your night before. Did you get 8 hours sleep? If you're like me and you never get 8 hours sleep, you don't get a point. But sleep is super important. It's important for your immune system. It's important for repair after you've worked out. It's so incredibly important for digestion and everything else. You want to get 8 hours sleep if you can. If you got 8 hours sleep the night before, then you can give yourself a point. Don't lie, it's just 1 point daily. There's tons more options of points, but just try to stick with the honor code. Nutrition, that one's another thing that's gone by the honor code. Now, nutrition's a little bit different. So each week we will have one challenge introduced. The challenge is going to be something simple, but you'll notice how much that is in your everyday life if it's something that you typically eat. It's not going to be, something huge. I did put an example on there that was stupid, but it's going to be easy. Everybody's going to be able to do it. As far as the points go, you get 2 points. Sasha, come on. You're really distracting. Thank you. Sorry. So you get 1 point per nutrition challenge that you follow for that day. Each week, though, it's going to be cumulative. So week 2, you're going to get another challenge that's released on the first day, which you guys need to answer my poll and tell me exactly when you want it released. But you're going to get 1 point per challenge. Week 2, you're going to have the opportunity to get 2 points per day because you can get week 1's challenge done and week 2's challenge done, and every single day. Week 3, same thing. You can follow week 1, week 2, week 3. The more you follow, obviously, the more points you're going to get, and the more you're going to transform over time. like I said, they're pretty easy things to follow, so it's worth it to try. And then, let's see, the longer you stick with this, the more benefit you're going to get from it, obviously. And the more likely you are to win. So the hardest one, activity. So that one I have divided up into several different topics. First off, activity, you can get points for activity 2 different ways. The first one's through the daily WODs. WOD is the workout of the day, WOD. It is a CrossFit term. I will describe CrossFit terms and go over everything each time I submit or I release a WOD. So you get 2 points per WOD done. Workout of the day done. They will be released Monday through Saturday, not on Sunday, with a video description of everything. There are 3 levels that you can choose from. First, you've got your warm-up, which is everybody does the same warm-up. Unless there's a little bit more complicated movement, then you'll have a second option. But the warm-up is made up of mobility and activation. In other words, you get everything limber and then you activate it before you move into something a little bit heavier or higher or more anaerobic or something like that. And then the 3 levels are level 1, which is the easiest one. That's going to be your novice. If you're not used to doing anything at all, that one's going to be the one that you definitely want to choose. Now, if you're used to doing stuff, but not that much stuff and more body weight style stuff, and you haven't since COVID-19 hit, then you should probably start with novice and everybody just kind of make their way up week by week. And I say novice, that's L1. L2, level 2, is kind of your intermediate person. Somebody that's used to doing a lot of stuff, but hasn't really been doing as much. They should probably pick L2. Now, if you're the type of person like me that likes to be in the gym like every single day and haven't really stopped too much over the past like several weeks, then you want to pick RX. Now, if you typically are somebody that works out every single day, pick RX, try it, you know. Everybody's goal should be eventually to get stronger and stronger, faster and faster, more flexible, better able to move in general over these next 6 weeks. So you should be able to improve to the point where you're at least, you know, if you started off at level 1, you go to level 2. If you go to level 2 and you need to move on to RX, that's totally fine. Do it, as long as you can do the movements appropriately. So with that being said, to get your points, you have to record. Basically, you need to take a before-after picture, or preferably just like an after picture. And then, or you can take a video of your workout and post it underneath where I post the workout itself. I will track this, but you can track it yourself as well. Now, you have the opportunity for 1 additional point a day, except that 1 additional point opportunity is available 7 days a week. In other words, on Sunday, you won't have a workout of the day release, but you can still do a bonus point, and it's definitely encouraged because active rest is really good for recovery. Sundays you can also use as a makeup day for 1 workout of the day if you missed one during the week. But you want to record that, you know, your picture and your time underneath the bonus post. Now, the bonus, you can get that 1 point, you can get that 1 point available per day by doing 30 minutes or more of activity outside of your normal everyday work activity. So say you go home and you walk your dog for 30 minutes and you got it timed on like Map My Run. You can take a picture actually of your like trail, if you will, and that'll show how long you went, the fact that you went on a walk, where you went, etc. And, you know, that'll give proof that you did it and you get the extra point. So definitely make sure that you record your proof onto the Facebook page. And then, let's see. Okay, so 2 different apps that I definitely recommend you get. One of them is Map My Run. If you heard me say a second ago, it's really easy to map where you're running and keep track of how far you've run, how long you've run. And it'll be really easy if you want to just take a screenshot of that instead of taking a picture of your sweaty self, beautiful self, and posting it on our page. That's totally fine. Another workout app that I really, really like, especially for functional fitness workouts, is WeTime. You can set it up so it has a video on there, and you can watch yourself do the movements and watch to see if you're doing them correctly, which is nice in that way. And in addition, it videos the whole thing while at the same time allowing for you to have a timer on the face of your phone screen. And it's a big timer that's easy to see, and you can set it up to be a stopwatch. You can set it up to count down, to count up, to have a countdown for you to get ready. You can set it up so that there's no video timer. It's just a straight up timer. You can set it up to go every minute on the minute for 20 minutes, or every 2 minutes on the minute for 20 minutes, reset, stuff like that. It's a really, really nice, handy thing. You can always take a screenshot of the end of that as well if you wanted to. So with that being said, the last few things I wanted to go over was CrossFit terms explained. It's just an intro. There's going to be more that pop up, and I'm going to describe them to you on the videos. But basically, we've got three main types of workouts of the day. Three main general types. You've got the AMRAP, and if I say AMRAP, that means as many reps or rounds as possible. Some people say as many rounds and reps as possible. It means the same thing. Either way, AMRAP means that you get a certain amount of time to do a set as many times as you can. A lot of times you'll have a minimal goal to do such and such number of rounds in that amount of time. It just depends, on the workout. So that's one type of workout. The next type of workout that you oftentimes see is EMOM. EMOM is every minute on the minute. You can have every 2 minutes on the minute, which would mean at the top of the minute, you do something a lot of times as fast or as hard as you can. And then you have the rest of the minute to wait or rest. Or you're doing some squats or something like that on an interval basically, and that's every minute on the minute. You're gonna go at the top of the interval. So that's one thing. And then the next possibility, I'm not gonna go into the term for it, but basically we're calling it the main set. And that can be also for time. So just basically giving you a chipper where you have a certain number of different types of movements that you finish that off, it's done, off the list. You finish that off, it's done, off the list. That's what we call a chipper. And you'll do it for a certain amount of time. Let's see. And then there's one that I have that's not really a CrossFit term, but it is a swimming term that I translated over to CrossFit, and it's AFAP, as fast as possible. So when I write that down, that doesn't mean fly through something as fast as possible and not do it correctly. Take your time to do things appropriately, but quickly, depending on the workout. It all depends. So you can post your questions below. Yes, I am burnt. That's one of your questions. And Yellow Team, I'll see you tomorrow. And you can ask me any questions in person. Talk to you later. Good luck. Bye.